What's up everyone, today we'll be reviewing all the games we've played this year, 40 in total. I know that's a lot of games. We're gonna be tiering them from rank S till D, D being worse, C being bad, B being meh, A being good, and S being it was exceptional, like outright good. So out of the 40 games we'll be reviewing, this is the list. We'll be going one by one. So the first will be Path of Exile 2. Path of Exile 2 was my second ARPG after the sequel Path of Exile 1. They promised a lot of changes, they promised a lot of improvement from the first sequel, which I did enjoy. I will honestly say I did enjoy. Not enjoying like all enjoy, but it was a great game. It was a good game, rather. So for Path of Exile 2, since it's my first second rather, I will say it wasn't badly off. I wish I would have learned more of the mechanics, and I wish there was more, it was easier to understand the post-game aspect of the whole thing, but it was a good game overall, so we're gonna put it at A tier list. For the second, will be The Witcher 3. Oh, this was an amazing game. I played all the DLCs as well. I got the opportunity to do so. So I will say The Witcher 3 is an exceptional game. The storyline is so in-depth. The dialogue is well placed. Understanding that there's not much games that really grasp you on the dialogue aspect of things. I will honestly say The Witcher 3 is quite something else. On The Witcher 4 being announced, I hope they really keep that dynamic aspect of it. Getting to learn the story of Geralt saving her daughter, not like her daughter, but her daughter, was quite something else. So I will put it as S tier. Honestly, it's one of the best story games I've played so far. One of the best ones so far. For the next one, we have Dark Souls 2. Oof. This one is... There's a lot of things that make it not a great Souls game. But overall, I would say this is a Souls game that will really teach you patience. If you really lack patience and you do not want to learn about the aspect of the games, the mechanics, Dark Souls 2 is its own Dark Souls overall, meaning that it's the black sheep. They call it the black sheep of the Dark Souls. I will honestly say it's being mistaken a lot, because I know there's a lot of enemies being populated all over the place. There is the iframes mechanics that you have to really level up, forgetting the name of that specific attribute that you have to level up to get iframes. But overall, I would say it's a good game. There's a lot of things that it might be improved to make it great, but honestly, it's not that bad. It's just you have to really bear, and you have to really be you have to really be patient with it. If you're not patient learning the mechanics, it's slow. It's somehow clunky, I would say so, because you know the rollings, the move, iframes and stuff. Even when you're playing co-op, is quite something else, to be honest. It needs a lot of learning, but once you get the hang of it, it's quite enjoyable. Then you have Death Stranding. Oof, Death Stranding is a cool game. I love the whole creative aspect of how Hideo Kojima grasps you in his own sci-fi universe. And then incorporating some blockbuster actors, some blockbuster kind of storyline that makes it quite interesting. So I can't say it's a game for everyone, but at the same time, it's not a game for not to be misunderstood. There's a lot of things that you need to, it's a slow burn of a game, so there's a lot of things that you really need to be patient to really uncover the whole storyline. And I had to really even past the game, I have to really Google and stuff like that to really understand what's the storyline behind this game. So it's something that you really have to really be open-minded about it, which makes it not a great thing. Like, if you really have to force yourself to learn something about the game, especially the story and the lore about it, it kind of makes you, okay, it's a good thing. I kind of say it's a good thing. It really pulls you into the game essentially, but at the same time, it's not that friendly. Some guys just don't, especially in this day and age, some guys just don't want to learn more about the game after the game. Not a lot. People just want to be pulled into the story, understand the story from like how The Witcher 3 is quite understandable even while you're playing about it. But the Death Stranding, you really have to dig deep, understand the whole storyline, and you won't understand everything till you finish the game. That's just about it. And it's a good thing, but at the same time it has its own limitation. So I will put it meh. It wasn't good. Of course, it's not exceptional, but it wasn't bad. I enjoyed the storyline. I enjoyed how it kind of confuses you in a way, but okay, meh. Then we have Armored Core 6. Oof, one of my first mech games. Ooh, I love fighting robots and stuff. This game has a lot of action mechanics that makes you really enjoy it and think about it all the time. And the fact that you have to customize a lot of the aspect about your whole build, and sometimes it really forces you to really learn the game and the whole aspect of how you're supposed to build your whole mech, makes it intentional. It makes it intentional. This being my only game that is not Souls-born in a way. Like AC6 is Souls. It's a Souls game in a way, but it's a mech game at its core. So this being my first mech game, I feel like I want to play more of the mech games, especially for the Armored Core series. So it's a great game. I'm kind of torn to put it on S, but the fact that it's quite short makes it not really, I'm trying to look for an excuse not put it on X tier. You know what, it's an S tier game. It's a great game. So AC6, perfect in its own way. The mech, trust me, if you've really never played a mech game, try out Armored Core 6, then you let me know. You will really love it. Then we have Expedition 33. Ooh, game of the year, game of the, can I say, not century, but decade. This is par to Elden Ring, I will say so. It's that good. I loved learning about the turn-based mechanics. It's my first turn-based game, so trying to really understand the mechanics and enjoying the fact about it makes it an exceptional game. What can be said about this game? The storyline is great, the art style is great, the whole mechanic is great, the characters are beautiful written. Oh my days. The music score, I even haven't spoken about the music score. It's an exceptional game. Let's just say so. Like, if you've played Expedition 33 and you enjoyed it, you know what I'm speaking about. If it's not, turn-based is not your thing, try it out. Try it, you love it. You will see what's the fascinating aspect about it. But overall, I will say so. I really recommend that you play it. Be open-minded about it. Learn the storyline. If you're in for the story, then there is that specific difficulty. But if you really want to enjoy the combat, then of course there is the normal difficulty, the default difficulty, and also for the enthusiast, there is also the hard difficulty, which will really force you to learn the turn-based mechanics and ensure that you're intentional to what you're doing within the game. Then we have Space Marine Warhammer 40k. This is the Master Crafted Edition. So it's a kind of a remaster. It's a remaster of the first Armored Core game. I enjoyed this game. I enjoyed it. The way that you have to fight monsters and aliens and zombies, and you shoot them. Man, if I'm looking for a shooter game that I want to just shoot stuff, Space Marine is the one, and I loved it. So I'm going to put it at the A tier. It's a great shooter storyline game. Then we have Death Stranding 2, the sequel to Death Stranding. Death Stranding 2 is what Death Stranding 1 should have been. What I mean by that is the pacing is perfect, the storyline is well polished, the character build and in-depth about it is perfect. The fight mechanics is exceptional, man. Oof, you should play this game. And the story is so emotional, and so it's not even confusing anymore right now. Once you've played Death Stranding and then you play Death Stranding 2, you'll understand what I'm saying. It's not confusing, it's well placed, it's well paced, it's well explained, it's well elaborated in all its aspects. So I would say this game is something else. Okay, just realized mid-recording that my camera wasn't working, so I had to fix that. Anyway, let's get back to things. So what I was explaining about Death Stranding 2 is it's what Death Stranding 1 should have been. The pacing of the game is well placed, everything is just perfect about it. So it's a good game. Actually, I'm tempted to put it on S tier. It's just that the fact that there's some elements which I wish they were improved. One of them being how the story is longer makes it at some place I felt like it was being pushed too much. Like it wasn't, some things weren't making sense entirely. I wish that the pacing of the story was okay. The things that make it now being an S-tier is the fact that the storyline at some point was kind of dragged, not entirely dragged, but somehow dragged. But if I don't want to make spoilers about the game story, I wish you will know what I'm speaking about. Once you play, you'll understand. But this is what Death Stranding should have been, and props to Hideo Kojima to making this game an exceptional game of it. I loved playing this year. Then we have the Uncharted series. Uncharted 1, Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3, 4, A Thief's End, and the fifth one, which should be, what's the name? Forgot the name of it, but I played it. The Lost Legacy? I think that's the name of it, yeah. So let's start with Uncharted 1, The Drake's Fortune. This is a great game. It's a good game. Being the first sequel to the game, getting to be introduced to who Drake is and his brother, and how they got separated and stuff like that. Actually, that's 4 I'm trying to explain, but 1 just introduces Drake and his whole world and how he met his love of his life. So it was the origin of it. I enjoyed everything about it apart from the combat being somehow clunky, which I understand at that point in time. Things are rather new, but the story is chef's kiss. Actually, the whole storyline of the whole Uncharted series, the story is exceptional. It's just that some of the aspects about the gameplay you can see from time how it's just time, how time has made it not really super to the standard that it is. It should be polished. If they can make a remaster for it and they polish some things, then it will be perfect. Then we have 2 being Among Thieves. Oh, this is another cherry on top to 1. Actually, this is a good game. I enjoyed 2 and I enjoyed 3 even more. Especially 3 and 2. Oh man, this is amazing. Then we have 4, A Thief's End makes it even superb. I enjoyed the whole fight gameplay and story and how they wrapped up Drake's story and how everything. If you've played the game, you know what I'm saying, but I don't want to give spoilers to anyone who hasn't played it. So 1 was the origin, 2, 3 they made it exceptional. They was able to improve on some of the things, and the story being the top notch of making it even better than 1. Which 1 is, the story is not bad, it's just that the gameplay you could tell that they just started the whole thing. Then 4 being the cherry on the top with everything that the whole 3 series of the game has been. Then we have Uncharted The Lost Legacy. I'll honestly say this is a spin-off which it doesn't do justice as how the rest were. If I will say it was okay, but it was meh. It wasn't like 2 and 3. So honestly, it was meh. It wasn't like how 2, 3 and 4 was. And I know they were trying to do something about it to see if they can do a spin-off and try to make a series out of it. But they should have just made a whole new game about these two characters and not enforced an Uncharted aspect about it. If they made an original sequel to this game and not a spin-off, then it should have been a good game, or rather it should have been better than how it is. But overall, the gameplay was great. The story is what I did not like about The Lost Legacy. Then we have Star Wars Jedi Survivor. After playing The Fallen Order, I felt compelled. I just said my own words there. I felt compelled to play Jedi Survivor. I heard good things about it, and it's a good game. The only thing that I did not like was I know they made improvements from Fallen Order about the fast traveling aspect, which Fallen Order was way bad on that. The story was great, but at some point I felt that they really added unnecessary things to be done, which they did not feel meaningful, to be honest. I know you're traversing through multiple planets to do some specific things, and if someone would have platinumed this game and doing some other extra stuff, I will feel like it will be even way more repetitive, which I felt it was somehow repetitive in doing some things. But the overall storyline and how forgetting the main protagonist name of the character, the whole aspect about the story was okay. It wasn't great, which I felt they would have done a better job, but it wasn't a bad game. The gameplay is amazing. Using your lightsaber was awesome. The different force aspect about being a Jedi was being well placed. So the gameplay was awesome. It's just the story. They should have done a better job at ensuring that at some point they shouldn't have dragged some things which they felt they did, in my opinion. I hope I can remember everything about it. It's just that it's been a while since I played it, so that's why. Then we have GTA 5. Understanding at this point, playing GTA 5, I understood that GTA 6 was coming out on 2025, but that has not been the case as you're watching this, and as the world know, it's coming out this year on November. I think November 8th or November something, early November or early to mid. So I had to play GTA 5 and finishing it. I've played it before, but I wanted to finish the game. What can be said about GTA 5? You know about it. Everyone who is a gamer has probably played GTA 5 before, and if you haven't, you should before you play GTA 6, so to understand what really about the GTA universe is. It's basically just crime and trying to make better yourself in life. Using crime elements about it. It's a GTA game. What can be said about GTA game? It's a meh. No, it's a meh. There's nothing else that surprised me about the game. It's just that I wish they could have done something unique about this GTA, because playing San Andreas is way better than GTA 5 in my opinion. But playing San Andreas and then playing this, I felt the whole similarities, just that now the story about these three characters being different and how they get unified to really do much about their lives makes it a unique aspect, the only unique aspect about it. But everything else about crime, stealing cars, doing missions here and there, and etc makes it a meh game if I'm going to compare with the other aspect of the GTA games. Then you have the God of War series. I played from God of War 1, 2, 3 just to relive my childhood memory, because I used to love the God of War series. Then I played 2018 because I never got to finish it. Then I played Ragnarok because I've never played it before, which is after 2 years. I've avoided spoilers for 2 years for this game. So let me review each game, starting with 1. 1 is the Origin, and it's a good game. I love the first game. The first game really made me love God of War. First of all, I love the Kratos story, and 1 is the whole aspect about him being abandoned from the Olympus, coming down to Earth, trying to fight his way back to being a god. Is a great storyline about it. 2 is a meh. 2 being a meh is because there's some things that I felt were necessary about the story, which I don't know. I felt like 1 and 2 should have been a together game. which if they made a sequel about it, they had their own reasons, but I feel like they should just continue. They should have made this to be God of War 1 and 2 should be this whole storyline combined. So the whole story about it is kind of not necessary in my way, but who knows? They know better. But for me, that's what I know. 3 is amazing, especially playing the remastered after playing the original one back in PS3. Ooh, I loved it. I love playing this one, so it's a good game. 2018, I know they wanted to do something different about Kratos. Oh, my camera again. 2018, I know they were trying to do something different about Kratos' story, and they did the best that they could. You know, him being calling his son boy 90% of the time made it quite funny. It was a meh game. Comparing to God of War Ragnarok being a good game, yeah, these two, God of War Ragnarok is way better than God of War 2018, which 2018 should have. It's good that they did something different about Kratos, and that's what revived God of War. If they didn't make him a father and do something different about the story than being a Spartan, now he's in the Norse world and doing everything about the whole Norse aspect about the world. And God of War Ragnarok even making it the cherry on the top, because the story, the gameplay is well done. The whole mechanics, everything about this game with God of War Ragnarok is amazing, and I'm glad that I got to play it even after 2 years, because I was avoiding spoilers about Ragnarok for all that time. After understanding that I want to be a serious gamer and a content creator, this is one of the games that I was looking forward to play once I could sit down and have a console and everything else. Then we have Elden Ring. This is my 3rd time playing Elden Ring. So last year was my 3rd time, and yeah, there's nothing else can be said about Elden Ring. It's a perfect game. Then we have Mafia 1. Because I saw the trailers of the Old Country coming out. I wanted to really delve deep into this world and understand what's the whole fascinating thing about it. So I played the first one. I didn't play the rest too, because the first one had a remastered on it, and it was a meh. It was a meh game. We'll come to the Old Country. It's on the list, but Mafia 1 was a meh game. Nothing surprising, to be honest, but it wasn't bad. I love everything about it, especially the racing part of the game, whereby I was forced to race a sports car. It was like the old 70s or 60s NASCAR kind of races. So that was a fun part about it that I remember. And also the whole crime and being a mafia from being a taxi driver was a good story-based line of the game. That's why I'm putting it a bit higher than not being bad. But everything else was normal, I guess. So that's why it's a meh, because meh is normal, you know. Then we have the Spider-Man series, from Spider-Man 1, Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2. To my surprise, I never played the Spider-Man series. I don't know why, but I started with Spider-Man 1, which it was a good game. It was a good game. Miles Morales was a good game, but I don't know. There's something about Miles' story that I wish they made it way better. Understanding that they were introducing a new Spider-Man character, they did a good job, but I felt that maybe the story compared to Spider-Man 1, they could have done some of a better job on the story. Just that some aspect made it feel they should have done a better job. The thing that made it way better was the emotional aspect of him losing his father. Was it his father? Yeah, after the cop part, if I'm going to try to remember the whole aspect about the storyline. But it wasn't a bad game. I loved the gameplay. The gameplay, at least, it was way kind of better than Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man 1 was better than Spider-Man Miles Morales. Then 2, 2 was exceptional, man. What can be said about 2? I love how they blended the two stories of Miles and now Peter. and now Peter handing it down to Miles. Sorry if I'm spoiling you about the story. Let me try to avoid it as much as possible. But 2 was amazing. 2 was an amazing game, exceptional. I loved what they did with Miles' story, how they blended it to Peter, and how they were able to do everything about fighting both Venom, was it Craven? Yeah, Craven, and a couple of other enemies, which it was, the story looked so impossible how they would have been able to do that, but they did everything that they did about the whole Spider-Man series. 2 was so perfectly done, and I loved playing it overall. Then you have Bloodborne. Bloodborne being my favorite game, should be even above S-Style. So what can be said about Bloodborne? Actually should be the fastest style. I love Bloodborne. It should be the second one. It should be the third one. In that order, those are my current 3 favorite games. Bloodborne, Elden Ring, Expedition 3. Bloodborne is, they should just make something out of this game. I'm not looking for a remastered. I mean, 30 FPS I can play, I can live with that in my life, but they need to do something about this series. Maybe 2, maybe a sequel will be even better, but we need a remastered, or rather do something about the whole Bloodborne series, because I love it. I love it. It's the one that made me love Soulsborne, and Souls genre is my favorite genre of games. So, well, it's what made me love RPG from playing other games like shooter games, like what do you call it, FPS. Is that the shooters that I'm speaking about? Yeah, the first person shooters. So they should do something about Bloodborne overall. Then you have South of Midnight. South of Midnight had a buzz about it. I heard it and I played it, and it was a meh game. There's nothing different about it. The protagonist story was unique. I loved how they approached it, but there's nothing. The only great thing as well was the gameplay. The whole using, what do you call this, the string magic thing to just loop around. That was it. I'm being harsh, but that's the honesty. It was a meh game, at least for me. Then we have Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers. This is a Souls-like. I haven't played much of Souls-like apart from maybe Lies of P, and yeah, maybe Lies of P only. Can I remember others? We'll try to remember others, but Wu-Chang was, it was clunky. The gameplay was clunky. It was a bad game. This is my first bad game. They should have made this game better. The eye rolls and iframes were not good. The bosses were great. The story about the whole thing wasn't to the point of accuracy, but it had a lot of controversy, especially about the whole mythology and the lore about the whole dynasty and stuff. But overall, the gameplay is what makes Souls like. It was what makes the Souls kind of genre makes it better. And I felt like they made some parts unnecessary, to be honest. The traps element was so much. Traps everywhere, traps here and there. Enemy placement was a surprise, which I loved it. But some things I wish they did better. And I know they made a couple of patches because I played it on launch. I was fortunate to be the first people to play it on launch, and maybe that's what made my experience bad. So I know they made a couple of patches, which I don't know if I'll have time to be able to play it again, but after playing it the first time, it was not a good release, and they should do a better job trying to make sure that it's well polished and well placed out. So yeah, that's my opinion about Wu-Chang. Then you have Elden Ring Night Train. Ooh, one of my best, if not the best, roguelike game I've ever played this year. I'm even currently playing it, the DLC. It's knocking my socks off. It's quite hard. Trying to understand the 2 new characters, Undertaker and what's the other name? Forgetting the other character's name. But trying to learn both of their mechanics has been quite hard. I know I've not streamed on it, which I'm possibly going to try to do it, but I've been enjoying playing it by myself, by randoms, with other team players over on Discord. Night Train is a great roguelike. I love the whole speed, the whole what do you call it, the weapon style and the RNG, the whole placement of everything else. If you learn the mobs and then you learn how to fight bosses and trying to survive and help team player at having a good team and being able to try to beat the Night Lords makes it a fun game. It makes it a fun game, and if you have not played Night Train after playing Elden Ring, try it. It's a different. It will make you kind of not being able to go back to the vanilla Elden Ring, but the Night Train aspect is a whole different game, and the spin-off of it, this is a good spin-off success that I've been able to make. So yeah, I love this game. This is one of my best FFA games this year, apart from Expedition 33 and the rest, Death Stranding 2 and the rest. Then you have Dead Zone Rogue. This is one of my first, I was trying to do some indie titles to be able to play them, and Dead Zone Rogue is not, I will say it wasn't a bad game, to be honest, if I'm going to be really practical about it. I played this with another creator, Sess, shout out to her. We were able to play it, had a bit of fun. It's just that I felt like the story and the whole alien space shooting should have been made better, especially understanding that it's a shooter's game, so the only thing you're going to do is shooting stuff. The story is what lacks. It lacks any kind of depth, and they should have done a better job without it. It's well polished. I loved shooting and stuff like that. It's well placed out, and also the fact that it's a permadeath. Once you die, you start from scratch until you reach the specific boss, makes it even way interesting and way unique than other shooters. But overall, apart from that, doesn't have any storyline about it. Maybe that was the intention. At least the other shooters have a bit of it. They have a bit of campaign so they can be able to understand the storyline. But this one doesn't have, especially on co-op, and that's what I think they are lacking. And it's a meh game. It wasn't a bad one, and it's fun if you're playing with two players and you're looking for a different shooter apart from Call of Duty and maybe probably Apex Legends and the rest. Then you have Monstroscopy. The only thing good about this game is the art style, but everything else is bad. Nothing good. Yeah, sometimes even the fighting is it's kind of clunky, the mechanics, but the art style and everything else about it is good. It's way good. It's just that everything else just not good at all. Then you have Fireball 2. I did not even understand about this game. It's yeah. Then you have Final Fall. This was supposed to be this is actually my first horror game to play this year. What can I say about this game? It's so confusing that you can't even play it. That's why it makes it bad. But I love how they tried to do something about it, the way you're controlling the one who made it did a kind of a decent job. It's just that it's way hard. Like, there's no clues. Like, even I was trying to look for a clue for a whole 1 hour, trying to understand what I'm supposed to do from the different notes and different they're not even clues, they're just placement of notes trying to tell you to do this, try to do that, trying to figure out some specific aspect about the whole letter and everything else that are kind of being called clues. It was just hard. It was a hard game, and I don't know what the creator was trying to do, but he should go back and polish this game and re-release it, because it has potential. It's just that it's bad right now, really bad. Then you have Heroes of the Mount Dragon. I don't know what this game is for. This is like a kid's game. It could have been better if it was made during the Mario time, like back in the 90s, but in 2025, and you guys need to do some bit of polishing on this game. But I love the whole aspect about the different classes and what they can do in different fighting style. That was a kind of a good thing, but everything else, and then we have Hollow Knight. Understanding that Silksong was announced a few times back when I was kind of trying to finish Hollow Knight. This is actually, it's an exceptional game. It's an exceptional game. The fact that it's hard is, maybe I will put it in good, but I am not forced. It's a good. It was my first Metroidvania, and I love only 2 creators made this game. Silksong being 3 creators. and it's just beautiful. The whole world is good, the whole aspect about the game is good, the whole gameplay mechanics is amazing, and the storyline is also amazing. What can be said about Hollow Knight? The success of it speaks to it because how good it is. So if you're into Metroidvania or indie games kind of, and you have not played Hollow Knight, man, you're sitting on a gold mine. This is something else. This is a perfect game. Then I played Mafia: The Whole Country. After playing Mafia 1, it's a meh game. There's nothing. The only thing that I loved about it is the whole Sicily world, and back in Italy in the 80s and the 90s, maybe late 80s, early 90s. That's what makes it kind of a beautiful game. But everything else about it, well, they should have done a better job on it. The gameplay is okay, but the story lacks some sense of depth. It's quite normal, if I'll put it to the best of interpretation I could put it. But the whole twist aspect about it at the end, I see what they did there, and that's what makes it interesting, to be honest. Yeah. About the whole Mafia from the original one. Actually, Mafia 1 should have been a lower tier, but I'll put them together because there's nothing unique about it, but apart from the different 80s aspect and the whole back in the day, makes it quite a unique. You never see crime games and mafia games anymore, and this is one of the best in the series. It's just that to my element, it never wowed me, if I'm going to say so. Yeah. Then you have Hades. Understanding that Hades 2 was announced, I had to play Hades. I have not played Hades 2 yet, but Hades is a good roguelike. I loved playing it, and probably I'll play Hades 2 soon enough. I don't know why, because there were so many games that were released this year, but I had to play Hades 1 so that once I play Hades 2, I should be able to understand the whole aspect and mechanics and the whole lore about it, which it was made well. It's a permadeath, so before you really reach to fight Hades at the end of the day, you have to really learn a lot about it. Then you have Resident Evil 4. This was my Halloween game, and I had to play the whole remastered thing, and it was a good game. I loved playing this on Halloween. There's a lot of things that I was reminded back when I played in PS2. Maybe they did some. I think they removed some aspect about the gameplay, because there's some things I never saw back in the remastered. But I enjoyed my time with it. It wasn't really spooked like how I was back in the day, because when I played this back in PS2, I was on the edge of my seat 90% of the time. This one was okay, because of course I knew what was happening, but some aspect I forgot. The puzzling system was what really was a highlight for me, and the whole saving the president's daughter back in the castle and stuff like that was also a highlight for me for the game. But it was a great Halloween game for me. Then you have Silksong. Exceptional. The best, actually one of the best after its sequel. It's just that it's hard. It's gonna beat your ass. It's gonna beat your ass so much. If you don't know what you're doing, you don't learn the mechanics, you're in for a treat. But I love it. I'm stuck at a one boss, and I called it quit for now. Probably I'll go back to it. You can maybe check my review on the reviews I've done for the game. But yeah. Then I played Ghost of Yotai. After playing Ghost of Tsushima, they would have done something about this game. Maybe it was about the protagonist story, which it looked kind of mundane in a way, but I loved the gameplay for this game. The gameplay was amazing. It was really amazing. Actually better than Tsushima, but the story was kind of lacking, which they need to do something about it maybe in the other sequel. But I loved Atsu's story. I found it was good. It wasn't wow, but it was good. Not like how the Tsushima story for the protagonist was. which compared to how Tsushima was, everything else is beautiful. The world is beautiful, the gameplay is beautiful. They will have done, they did their best on the sequel, which I understand what they had to work with, and that's just how it was for this game, and my own opinion. And that's it. That's my whole review of the games that I've played this year. You can see the S tiers, so these were the best of the best that I've played this year. Some could have be done better to be best, and some were meh. Some were just bad and worse, as you can see them. But what a year! What a year! I know I'm posting this video in 2026. I should have done this maybe a few weeks back, but just remembered, wait, I haven't tired by games that I've played last year, and probably will be making this a yearly thing. We'll see how it happens, but I can't wait to see what this year has to offer. I don't know what games I'm playing this year, so I can't say much about it, but we'll see how it goes by. Anyway, thanks for watching, and catch you on the next videos, and bye bye.